大家好 ，Hello everybody， 我是 Dr. Lo， I am Dr. Lo. So 现在 now， 老师 would like to brief you on your final written test. Okay, so for the written tests, okay, for this semester, we are still using the online examination. Okay, so for the online examination, okay, the format actually is different from face-to-face. For example, in the face-to-face, for the Chinese characters, HANZI, you have to answer 10 questions. Each one, it will involve at least 2 characters, or 3 or 4 characters. So as an overall, if face-to-face, you need to write out the Chinese characters or HANZI one by one. It will involve about minimal 20 characters that you need to write, or maybe come to 25 characters because some questions involve 3 characters. Okay, but for the online platform, okay, we cannot ask you to write the Chinese characters. So for this HANZI examination, it will be under the multiple choice, so MCQ. So it means that you are very lucky. So for the all 68 phrases that for the level 1 and for level 2 is a 75 and the level 3 75 phrases. Okay, so you need to recognize them and choose correctly the one that we asked you. Okay, for example, we want to say, okay, we give you kami kabar baik. Okay, let's say, okay, this is just an example, okay, okay, so the answer will be 我们很好. Okay, so you are going to choose the A and B and C and D. So maybe the A will give you 你们很好, the B will give you 我们很好, the C will give you 他们很好, and the last maybe we give you 你好吗 or whatever. Okay, so you need to recognize one by one which one is kami kabar baik. Okay, so now Lao Shi has already told you on the one aspect or one section. So in your written test, you are having 6 sections. Okay, 3 sections they are under MCQ, and 3 sections they are under subjective questions. Okay, 好的. So now Lao Shi has talked to you about one. Okay, that is the HANZI under MCQ. And then the second one for the MCQ, it will be the translation. Okay, the translation, okay, will give you a long sentence also in Malay. Okay, okay, so you can imagine or think of any questions there, but it is not a short one. It is normally will involve about 10 or 12 words in Malay, and then you will check in the A and the B and the C and the D, which one really match the translation. Okay, so that is the second part. So under MCQ. And the third for the MCQ, it will be the Q&A. Or sometimes it is not really questioning or a question, but it will be fill up the blanks, or maybe it will be a question. Okay, so when fill up the blanks, it may involve 1 blank or it will involve 2 blanks. So there would be a sentence in Mandarin, also a long one, and then you have to see whether A or B or C or D. Okay, the answers are really matched to the questions. So these are the 3 parts. Okay, and you are having the 30 questions. So the 3 parts, you have already get 15 questions. Okay, and this you can do it in a, you will not spend too long because it's an MCQ. Okay, but for the other 3 aspects, you need more and more time to do it. Okay, 好的. So for the subjective questions, all right. So number 1, it will be the passage. We call it 理解, 理解, okay, kefahaman. So you'll be given a passage. Normally it's 2 to 3 paragraphs. Okay, so after doing that, after reading, okay, normally Lao should encourage you to, while you have read for 1 paragraph, go and see the question first. See whether the first and second will be covered under paragraph 1 or not. Okay, normally at least one will be. And then after that, continue with the paragraph 2 and go further to check which question, whether the question 2 or 3, they ask about the paragraph 2. Okay, so you can try to find answers already and then go for the last paragraph and you'll see whether it falls under the question 4 and question 5. Okay, and for this part, Lao Shi said, this is not MCQ, this is the subjective. So it is so important that you have to give a full answer. For example, they ask you, 阿米娜和妈妈星期天早上去哪里? Let's say. Okay, so you go and find, oh, they go to Aeon shopping mall to buy things. Okay, that is the answer. So when you answer, you have to answer from beginning. Okay, so 阿米娜和妈妈星期天早上 let's say the Monday morning 去医院购物中心买东西. And 老师 really encourage you, okay, you need to answer according to the question. For example, in the text, okay, they start with a 星期天早上阿米娜和妈妈 Okay, but in the question, there is a change. They said people first. 阿米娜和妈妈 and then 星期天早上. Okay, to be safe, please really follow question. Follow exactly the question, copy back the question until the part that there is a question word. For example, just now is a 去哪里. 哪里 is a question word. So you should know that you should copy everything until before 哪里. And then the 哪里 you don't write back. You go and find what answers is the best for this question. So it is a 医院购物中心买东西. So you bring down the answer and complete it. And very important, the starting must be capital letter. The ending must be a full stop if this is a statement. In the online examination, okay, you cannot simply take out one punctuation marks like full stop. You need to put. You cannot just ignore. If you ignore, you get 0, even though all the answers are correct, because this is a system marking, you know. All right, and then the beginning must be capital letter. If you don't, even your answer is correct, also you don't get marks. All right, and let's say in between there is a comma, you need a comma. And also, if the Aeon 购物中心, you have to check the text. If they put the A, Aeon, A-E-O-N, A is a capital, you need to be capital. And the 购物中心, sometimes if the text they put G, 购物, G is capital, 中心, the Z also capital, you need to follow. But sometimes they put small letter. It is also acceptable. We just use the A to represent the proper noun. Okay? So you need to observe. You have to produce back everything the same. Okay. And 老师 will really encourage you, don't copy paste. Don't copy the question first part, put that, and then copy the answer, put that. Okay. Why 老师 said that? Because the tone marks, right, when come into you to reproduce back, it might be corrupted. The tone marks might be corrupted. Okay, because it is very sensitive for the tone marks. Yeah, in the system it's already stable. Okay, no problem. But when you reproduce in your answer through your device, the things may be different. So the safest one is you write back everything without tone marks. Don't include any tone marks. Okay, Lao Shu would like to say again, this is only required for a online exam. If you are doing face-to-face, you ignore all the tone marks, the whole paper, you will be deducted about 20%. So listen carefully. All right. So any students, okay, if for the next semester, we are going back to the face-to-face, the physical classes, the tone marks, they are so important. You need to include tone marks for your answer. But now, online platform, 老师 already reminded you, you don't. Just copy back. But remember, follow the correct punctuation marks. Okay, so for all the 理解, all the questions must be a full stop. All the answers, your answers will be a full stop, will not be a question. So ending will be the full stop. So please be careful on this. Okay, so you are having fun. Okay, so now 老师 has already talked on 4 sections, right? 3 under multiple choice, and then now this one under subjective. Okay, now subjective, there are 3 sections. 老师 already covered 1. Now 老师 would like to tell on number 2. That is, we call it banner soalan. Banner soalan, or we say forming question. Okay, banner soalan, you also get 5. Okay, actually, this one is the easiest one, but many students lose marks. Okay, why? How? When we give you the banner soalan, means that you need to form the question. Okay, you kena banner soalan. So what we give you is the statement. We give you a statement, and then we'll underline in one sentence, we'll underline some words that we want you to make it a question. Okay, so for example, okay, 老师 give you, let's say just now, okay, 阿米娜和妈妈星期天早上去医院购物中心买东西. Same question. Okay, then now the question we underline 星期天. Only the 早上 we didn't underline, no? 星期天. So student, you need to know that 星期天, when you want to form it a question, it will become 星期几. 星期几. So please reproduce back. You need to copy back everything except the 星期天 you throw away, include 星期几. The rest you have to copy back. So it becomes 阿米娜和妈妈星期几早上去医院购物中心买东西. Ending must be a question mark. The beginning must be capital letter. Then only you can, the system will mark you as correct. Now listen, 老师 give you another thing. Why 老师 said banner soalan, although actually this is the easiest part, but many people lose marks. For example, just now, the 星期天, 老师 said we underline 星期天, right? But now, the underline extend to 星期天早上. 星期天 also underline, 早上 also underline. So students, you need to be aware. Now, the time phrase that we underline, there are 2 elements. One is 星期天, one is 早上. If 2 elements, the combination of the time phrases, okay, is underlined, you have to know that you cannot ask 星期几 anymore. But you need to ask 什么时候. Means that apa masa or what, when. So the final answer will be 阿米娜和妈妈什么时候去医院购物中心买东西? Also question mark. All right. If this question, what we underline is the 去购物中, no, is a 医院购物中心. We underline 医院购物中心. So when you throw away the 医院购物中心, you include 哪里? And students, for the online platform, okay, all the question words are not given. You are not given like a list of the question words like the physical class. So you can choose and think. No, you need to prepare by yourself. You need to know them. Okay, this is to replace by 哪里. Or maybe we underline 阿米娜和妈妈. We underline 阿米娜和妈妈. So 阿米娜和妈妈, they are people. Okay, so there is one rule. Actually, the one that we underline, you throw away. And then think of what is the correct question word. So if you throw away people, you have to include 谁, S-H-E-I. And remember the S must be capital letter. Okay, so 谁星期天早上去医院购物中心买东西 like that. Okay, so this section, this is called Bene Soalan. You get 5 as well. Okay, 好的. So 老师 has already covered 5 sections. So the last section, it will be also subjective, and this is the killing part, which is susun ayat. Okay, we call it rearranging words. Okay, so you are also given 7 to 8 or 9 or 10 words, but we have already mixed them up. So you need to rearrange them. Also 5 questions. Okay, and for this part, if you are not careful, if you don't really go and do revision, okay, and remember the structure of Mandarin, okay, you will rearrange in the wrong order. Okay, so why Lao Shi keep asking everybody to explain all the Mandarin sentences, okay, in Mandarin style? Because Lao Shi wants you to be familiar with the Mandarin style. So for example, okay, like just now the question, 阿米娜和妈妈星期天早上. Actually, you need to know that timing and the people for Mandarin, you can take turn. You want to say 星期天早上阿米娜和妈妈 and then ... 可以. Or you want to say just now people first and then 星期天早上 or 星期天早上 and then people. Both okay. But you need to know in what condition this exchange is not allowed. It is when the question word is when the time phrase is a question word. So for example, the question is 星期几 or 什么时候 or 几月几号. All these time phrases, when they are a question word, kata tanya, you cannot put them as the first. You cannot say 星期几阿米娜和妈妈 ... Cannot. You have to say people first. 阿米娜和妈妈星期几 ... Okay, so you need to know the structure. And the second thing, after the people and timing, the next will be the place first. Because logical Mandarin is you need to be at that place, then only you can carry out. Then only it is logic for you to carry out the activity. So already you are at the 医院购物中心. You done saying this? Only 买东西. To Malay, there is no problem. You can say, saya beli barang di pusat beli belah Ion. And you see, Malay, pusat beli belah Ion. Mandarin, that's why Lao Shi keep asking you to tell the Mandarin style, Ion pusat beli belah. Okay, all right. So this is what we call rearranging words. Also 5 questions. So altogether 30 questions. And these 30 questions, you are given only 50 minutes. The time is really too tight for you. 50 minutes. You need to remember, this is rearranging. One question, you may need 1 minute or plus. 5 questions, you know. If you spend each one 2 minutes, already 10 minutes gone. And you have to remember, reading the passage, you can spend no more than 5 minutes, you know. Answering, you have to spend only 1 question, 1 minute, you know. Again, this one, another 10 minutes is gone. And some people, if you do not use the way that Lao Shi advised you, once you read 1 paragraph, quickly go and find which question match. If you finish reading everything, and you go and look at the question, and then you might forget many things already, what you read just now. Then you have to go and read again. Then you may have used 15 minutes for just the comprehension. Student, if just now that one already 10 minutes, this one 15 minutes, How about your banner soalan? You also need time. Banner soalan, you need 1 minute at least or 1 minute plus. You know, and translation also you need longer time. One question, there are A, B, C, D, all different type. You need to go and finalize which one. Maybe 1 minute is not enough for one. So that's why, students, you have to really do your best preparation. And then on week 11, all right, which is next week, you are going to do the trial written test. Okay, on the U Future as well. So you'll see how is your performance. Okay, you need to really try your best to prepare so that you get the true experience. Okay, means that you're prepared and then you come to do a test paper. How are you going to do it? Okay, and so I also hope that you do well the preparation. And for preparing this written test, Lao Shi has sent you all, okay, the mastering written text videos. Okay, there are more than 30 videos that Lao Shi sent to you. Okay, you go and check for the susun ayat, the rearranging words. Lao Shi give you at least 3 teaching videos. Banner soalan, 3 teaching videos. Translation, the techniques, mastering how to answer written test. Okay, the translation, another 3. The 理解 kefahaman, another 3. Okay, so each part all at least 3. And then the Chinese characters revision, another 3. But not only 3 for each one. There are more. I think some 5. Translation 5 sets, banner soalan 5 sets. Susun ayat also, I think 5 sets. Yeah. Okay, so for your preparation, okay, since week 11 is a trial, week 12 is a official written test. So Lao Shi will compulsory and request you to watch the mastering written test videos. Okay, Lao Shi just request you to watch at least 5. At least 5 for week 11 and at least 5 for week 12 before the exam. So for the 5, you must do 1 for susun ayat, watch 1. Each sections you must do 1. 1 for banner soalan, 1 for comprehension, 1 for the characters. Each one you need to get 1. Okay, and upon the next class, you need to inform to Lao Shi which video you watch. Okay, you have to declare in the attendance form. All right, so you're going to jot down. Okay, it is a 理解 what set you watch. Banner soalan. Okay, the forming question, what set you watch. Okay, so Lao Shi hope with that. Okay, and you know that all these teaching videos, you can't find other place. Okay, right now, only Lao Shi has uploaded, okay, more than 30 videos for the your written test preparation. Okay, this include the 64 Mandarin focuses that Lao Shi has also put up. How do you do the quick revision based on the 64 learning focuses for your Mandarin? But that is for Mandarin 1. Okay, for the Mandarin 2 and the Mandarin 3, Lao Shi give you other revision videos for you to refresh everything from chapter 1 to chapter 6. All right, so I think Lao Shi's briefing, okay, Lao Shi's done it all. So all the best to you, and Lao Shi hope you 加油。OK，好的。